Our next witness is David Powner.
Correct.
Who's the Director of Information Technology at the United States Government Accountability Office. In that capacity, he directs GAO's assessment of federal agency adoption and use of computer technology. Welcome.
Chairman Graves, Ranking Member Velasquez, and members of the committee, it is a pleasure to be here this afternoon to discuss GAO's findings and recommendations on SBA's loan management and accounting system. In order to strengthen small business, SBA relies extensively on IT systems to support loan accounting and to track loans. The current loan accounting systems are antiquated, expensive to maintain, require extensive data reconciliations, and do not provide efficient loan servicing. In late 2005, SBA initiated the Loan Modernization Program, a $200+ million acquisition that was to take 9 years to complete. In late 2009 through 2010, the Federal Chief Information Officer, OMB's Financial Systems Advisory Board, and an independent contractor found major issues with SBA's approach and management, including stakeholders not being aligned with the projects, undefined business requirements, resource gaps in program management, weak executive governance, and a lack of a target architecture for loan accounting and financial management. In addition, these groups recommended that SBA reduce the scope of the effort by focusing on migrating off the expensive-to-maintain mainframe and putting in place a modern database. SBA, to its credit, is implementing this reduced approach in 7 planned increments that are to be completed by mid-2013 at a cost of around $30 million. One point I'd like to make here, though, is that the costs that you're going to hear today are all over the board, and it's very clear that we don't have a clear baseline when it comes to the cost for this program. Every time we turn around, there seems to be another number that's floated around in terms of the total cost. So we just heard 39. We had 28. One time it was 43. So that's something we need to get to the bottom of. Specifically, the increments include migrating off the mainframe platform, migrating the COBOL code from the mainframe to a client-server environment, and migrating to a modern database. This incremental, more manageable approach is consistent with current IT and financial reform efforts. Some of the increments are planning efforts to define additional out-year projects to address SBA's loan management and accounting weaknesses. So to be clear, the first 7-increment approach is a start to modernization. There are more incremental approaches to come. Of the 7 increments, 1 is complete, 3 are in flight, and 3 have not begun. Of the 4 completed, our review revealed that the schedules are slipping and costs are increasing. The success of SBA's efforts depend on the ability to address key management weaknesses. First, SBA needs to strengthen its program management. Several areas where improvements need to be made include requirements. All requirements for the increments where contracts have been let have not been completely defined. Risk management. Not all risks are categorized, nor are all mitigation plans in place. And human capital. SBA needs to better address outstanding human capital needs. Second, SBA needs to strengthen executive-level governance that Ms. Johns mentioned. There are 2 governing bodies overseeing this acquisition, and we made several recommendations in this area. Specifically, SBA should clarify the different boards' responsibilities and ensure that the boards perform aggressive oversight of the program's risks and progress. In summary, Mr. Chairman, the good news is going smaller and more incremental could position SBA for a successful modernization, but several of these essential program management and governance basics need to be solidified to position SBA to deliver a modernized loan and financial management system on time and on budget. I would like to stress the importance of executive-level ownership driving these improvements. The Deputy Administrator's Executive Steering Committee is the group to make this happen. Driving change from the top, being rigorous in its approach, holding contractors accountable, and planning beyond 2013 are essential for SBA's successful IT modernization. Mr. Chairman, this concludes my statement. Thank you for your leadership on this important topic, and I'll be pleased to respond to questions.